Alrighty. Oh, sorry about that, Bella. There we go. Let me try to do this. There we go. Alright. Hello. I've decided, just so everyone knows what's going on, I've decided that I want to go ahead and continue doing my YouTube channel on this one. Because my other YouTube channel that I started streaming on, I don't really do a lot of grooming tutorials or do grooming DIYs or anything. It's just more my thoughts on things. So I think I'm gonna change the name to the other YouTube channel that I have to The Mind of June the Groomer or something like that, or the life. I don't know. Anyways, but I really miss doing these grooming tutorial videos, and a lot of people were telling me that they really miss it. So I figured I'm about to scissor her up, and maybe just share a few tips on how to do that. So, oh, thank you. Welcome back. Awesome. It's good to be back. All right, so we're gonna finish up her face here. So what I'm gonna do first is use thinning shears to clean up the eyes. So I like to do the head first. So if you see in between the eyes, it's kind of, you can't really see, right? So what I'm gonna do is, and we like to keep our beautiful long eyelashes. So I'm gonna be careful not to trim the eyelashes and just comb this up in between the right in front of the eyes. And just trim right there, like a 45-degree line angle. So it makes like one side of a triangle. See that? So it makes like one side of a triangle right there, right there. Okay, and then just clean it up one more time because it is hair, so it's gonna lay kind of weird. So comb it up one more time. Get all that hair that I missed. That way we get a really nice clean line right there. I'm not sure if you can see that, the lighting here. See that? So nice clean line right there in front of the face. I mean in front of the eye. Same thing on this other side here. And on this side, I'm gonna go this way. Imagine a triangle, and I'm making the other side of the triangle. So this side here, right? One tip of the triangle, and then on this side, comb that hair up, and then we're making the other side of the triangle. So that, there we go. Just clean up around the muzzle a little bit. So now you can see, right? You can see the eyes, right? That makes a nice clean window, I guess. That makes a nice clean window, I guess, to the eyes. You can see that clear path to the eyes. Now, she has these long eyelashes, so it becomes a little tricky to save these eyelashes here. So what I'm gonna do, is there a better way to, let me see here. No, there's no way, okay. Let me see if I can move this. And I know it's not doing that, what I just did, but with Bella here, I trust her. We have been grooming her for, I don't know, 6-7 years now, with a little break in between when we went to Arizona. So I wouldn't recommend walking away from the table with a dog on it, especially unsecured like this. But with Bella, we have that rapport. I trust her. I know she's not gonna do anything. So anyways, when you see her eyes, see those beautiful eyelashes? We want to save those eyelashes. Oh, I want the curve shears. So I'm gonna flip the shears in, right? Curve shears. So I'm gonna flip the shears in, right? So that it stays away from her when I comb. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is comb just the eyelashes up front and hold it down with my thumb. Right? Oh, you're okay. Right? Oh, you're okay. Hold it down with one of your fingers. Okay, let me put the scissors down. Got my pocket here. This is getting in the way. So, just want to hold the hold the eyelashes down with your fingers, right? And I'm going to use my index finger so I can comb this. Then you comb the visor forward. And then you can cut the visor short without hitting those eyelashes. See, so now, those eyelashes are still there, those really long eyelashes. Let me see here. See that? You can see the eyelashes right there. Right, so it's still a long eyelash. There we go. See that? And that in the short visor, kind of highlighting it. See that? So we save the eyelashes like that. There we go. Okay. So now, there we go. Just kind of shape, sharpening everything, kind of tightening everything up. Go. Now, I see hair sticking out a little bit, so we just trim it down like that. Now we do the same thing with the other side. There we go. Sorry, it looks like we lost connection for a little bit. There we go. Just comb that forward again. And I'm holding the eyelashes down with my thumb. So no matter how close I get with the scissors, I won't trim those eyelashes by accident. See that? Okay, then you can let it go. And see those eyelashes? So they're still long and they're intact. But the hair above it, the visor, is nice and trimmed short. There we go. Okay. There we go. All right. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to make a little round visor right in front of the eyes, or over the eyes. See that? So it's nice and round and blended. There we go. Okay. And remember, the dogs are going to move around, She's actually behaving much better than, usual. She's getting better and better every time. But, they don't really like being held and stuff like that. So just try to be patient and persistent. This one lady actually sent me a message this morning asking me how she said her dog keeps moving his head around when she's trying to trim the head. And how do I keep the head still? Like, do I have any tricks or tips? And I told her I don't really have any tricks or tips. It's just, I told her I just try to be really patient, and I try to visualize, just try to imagine the dog behaving really well and cooperating with you. And with my body language, and I try to just make it very clear to them why I need them to stay still, and just be patient and persistent. And if she wants to lay down, I like to give her the freedom to lay down. Okay, so now that we have the top of the head done, and you just kind of blend everything in here. It's really about scissor control, knowing how to hold your shears so that you have maximum control over them. So you want to hold them resting on your hand like that and move only the thumb. See that? That way this blade here stays still, and the other blade pulls the hair into the guide blade. And by doing that, you really can, shape the dog very easily. You just see the hair that you want to cut, and you cut it. But you can't do that if you have shaky shears. And a lot of times the shakiness comes from this, holding it like this improperly. See that? I used to hold it like this too and have the thumb in the, and it just kind of makes it shaky. But by adjusting it a little bit, by pulling it in like that, right? By pulling it in, see, now is barely in the hole, just guiding it, right? Just the tip of my thumb, just the tip. Anyways, so you can see I haven't really matured too much since the last time I streamed on this channel. So I'm trying though. Okay. There we go. Now, what we want to do is do the ears. Well, what I like to do is trim the ears, and then that'll give, once I trim the ears, it'll give me like a nice line for the rest of the muzzle, for the chin. So, what I like to do is flip the ear up first. All right? Oh, I'm gonna have to have her stand. Bella, can you stand for me? Thank you. You don't have to stand, you can just sit. Okay. So, the ear up. And then from here, oh, you can't even see it. It's okay, I'll do the other side where you can see it. We're not even cutting that much, just enough. Maybe a half an inch, maybe an inch of hair is all we're really cutting off. About half an inch probably. So then when I flip it back down, it's trimmed a little bit, right? It has like a trim line. And so then I make it nice and round. Right? Now I have a nice line here for the rest of the head. So then I can just do that real quick, right? All right, now let's do the other side so you can see it. Oh, sorry about that, girl. I accidentally hit the leg. Okay, so same thing. We're gonna flip the ear up, and then, can you see that? And then I'm gonna go, sorry, like that. There we go. See that? So now I have this line here, and I flip it back. And then you'll see these uneven lines here. So then you can just straighten everything up, just blend it. So right here from the back of the ear, and you just want to make sure all the lines are even, all the cut lines. There you go. So we have a nice little rounded ear, right? And now, there we go. Now that we have this line here, I can just follow it here to the muzzle. See that? Just follow it. And then see here, I don't know if you can see that, but there's like this haircut sticking out. Right there, you just scissor that in. That little chunk of hair that was sticking out there. Now it's even. Just want all the hair to be even. So it's nice and smooth. Nothing really sticks out at you. Okay. So what I like to do at the front of the muzzle here is comb everything forward. Right, comb everything forward. And then just go straight down with my curves right in the front here. And then what that'll do is when you comb it back down, it'll give you a nice little rounded look in the front. And this part here is a little lopsided, a little longer than the other side. There we go. There we go. Good girl, Bella. So that's the head. All right, so now the head is done. I like to go through with the, see that? Now you can see her eyes. It's nice and rounded. The ears are rounded, right? So then what I like to do is go through with my other thinners, sorry, and just blend everything in. Right here on the muzzle, soften this up. There we go. Make sure I don't get those eyelashes. Okay. I just want to be careful around the head and eyes because I don't want to hit those eyelashes by accident. Even with thinners, it will still cut it right off, most of it, to where you'll have to cut the rest off anyways. So just going through and just softening all these lines. There we go. And just blending everything in. There we go. So I've already done the clipper work. The body I used the O comb, and the O comb is a yellow, white color, the yellow one. Wall stainless steel. It's 5/8 of an inch or 16 millimeters. I did this on the body, and for the legs I used a C comb, which is 7/8 of an inch or 12 millimeters. So I did that for the legs, a little bit longer. So I've already done all the clipper work, and that's why it seems like she's already kind of shaped up and looking nice. So literally all I gotta do is just kind of shape everything up and blend it with my scissors, with my thinning shears, and she is pretty much done. Good girl. Just combing out some more of this dead fuzzy hair here. There we go. Blend that in a little bit better. There we go. There we go. Oh, can you see the top of her head? So now that her head is done, the ears are nice and rounded. There we go, soften up that ear. Soften up that ear. And there we go. So the head is pretty much done. Let me see. There we go. See that? So it's nice and blended. Looking nice and neat. The eyelashes are still beautiful and long. So yeah, the ears look pretty good, right? Awesome. There we go, nice and rounded into the head. Let me see, girl. There we go. See that? There's a little bit of a dent right there. Let me fix that. Okay. All right. So let me fix that dent right there. So I prefer the thin shears as like erasers, you know? They kind of erase any harsh lines or any mistakes that you make. Yeah, yeah, the dent, yeah. Yeah, I saw that too on the camera. Okay, so maybe that's like, it's a good idea to run a camera over your work. Yeah, see that dent. It's all good. So I'm gonna try to erase the dent in that ear with my thinners. There we go. Not so noticeable now. It's still there, but not so noticeable. It's all right. It's never gonna be perfect. There we go. I do want it to look as perfect as possible. You know, I do want it to look, I want to do excellent work, but excellence doesn't always mean perfect, right? So right there, there's a little dent. And that probably happened when I had the ear up like this. And I went through and clipped it down here. And then as the ear goes back down, it folds. She has a little fold in her ear. So that's where that happened. So when it's up like that, you see the dent. But when it's folded, as she normally has it, then you can't see it. See? So it's just a weird fold in her ear. But this side looks nice. No dents there. No dents. I don't know if anybody watches Chris D'Elia, but anyways, no dents. Doesn't make a dent. Anyways, so now her head is done. All right, so still doing touch-ups. Yeah, I gotta stop doing touch-ups. Okay, so now that the head is done, I just have to do the legs and feet. So I like to start in the back here and work my way forward. Alrighty. So, oh, move this. Sorry, girl. Here we go. Thank you, Bella. Okay. So, I like to start from the bottom up. From the back forward, bottom up is my thing. And you can, it doesn't have to be that. You can choose your own way. Just as long as you have a consistent way that you're comfortable with, you can do it every time. So you don't miss anything, you know, just. So then, I like to do from the bottom of the foot. There we go. So the bottom of the foot is cleaned up now. And then, just round it. There we go. Alrighty. And then, cut the hairs that are kind of sticking out so it's nice and even, nice and smooth and even. And the back of the hawk here, you want it to look as straight as possible. Like that. Straight up and down like a pillar or a column. There we go. Clean up the inside of the legs here. Okay, so now we're going to get into angulation. So we wanted to have the natural angles of the leg, highlight the natural angles. So in here, I'm not sure if you can see. Let me see. I move this here. Okay. There we go. So I'm not sure if you can see this. You see that? You can see it, right? See that little hair right there sticking out? So that hair is kind of ruining the natural curve, the natural angle of the leg. So now when I snip all that off, now the leg looks, I'll lift it here, see that? Nice and curved right there, has a natural angle. So you want it to go kind of in, right? They say 30, 60, 45, 45, right? So 30-degree angle here, but then a 60-degree angle in, right? There we go. So we get it nice and tight here in the back of the leg. So that has a nice curve. Now in the front of the leg, there we go, just kind of blend it a little bit. We just want to clean it up just a little bit, right where the kneecaps are. And then again, it's because it's this way and this way. So we want to highlight that, and then it's going to go back that way, right? So there we go. Just a light touch-up. We're not cutting a lot. We're just highlighting those angles, making sure it's nice and clean. Those lines are clean. There we go. So now that leg is nice and clean. It's shaped up, right? Now I can move forward. Just kind of blend everything. Make sure everything is nice and blended, or nice and even, looking smooth. And see, I'm going to flip the shears whenever I'm about to comb, so that it's right here and the point is tucked under, so that it can't really hurt her, right? And then you flip it back out, and then clean up the hairs down here so it's a nice smooth line on the other side here. There we go. Okay. Alrighty, now for the front leg. So for the front leg, there we go. Again, we're just going to comb everything so the hairs are nice and even. And laying the uniformly. Okay. And then at the bottom of the feet. I did shave the paw pads before the bath with a 30 blade to get it nice and tight and close. But after the bath, after you dry the feet, sometimes you see the hairs come out and then it's a little fuzzy down there. So just clean that up, and then comb everything down. And I'm going to round this feet area. Make sure all the little fuzzy hairs that are sticking out are trimmed off, so it's nice and smooth and round, nice and neat. There we go. Okay. I like to lift the other leg to keep the foot that I'm working on firmly set on the table. There we go. Okay. Lift it a little bit just so I can. Okay, now that the foot is round, we can work on the angles again. So on the front end, the angles go like this. So from the shoulder to the point of the chest, 45-degree angle right there, 45 degrees. Then from this outermost bone on the chest here, so 45, 45, and then straight down. Right? So what does that mean? That means that we're going to go here, but then from here to here, from here to the top, from the shoulder blade, top of the shoulder blade to here, I'm going to lay my scissors this way, right, to get in those nice angles. And then from here to here, it's this way, right? All right, same thing for the front of the chest. There we go. we go. All right, so, and at the end, I am going to go through with the thinners and just kind of soften everything up, make it really nice and soft and round. But for now, I'm going to do the other two legs. But before I do that, let me just show you what we've done so far, so we can kind of double check our work as we go. So check that out. So that's the front leg we did just now. And see, we have cleaned up the angles on the body, right? Oh, I gotta blend that sticking out right there. So that's the front foot, and we've cleaned up the underline here, the tuck up area. Oh, I see this here. Okay, I can touch that up thinners. Then we have the foot there, nice and round. We have the angles right there. So just a comparison, this is the leg that we did. This is the leg we have not done. See, this is, oh, I gotta clean that up. But see, this area is nice. And see this, you see everything sticking out, right? Sticky outies, we call it. So, and see this foot here compared to that foot there, right? So we're just kind of, and right here in the front, you see all this sticking out? So that's all we're doing, just trimming see that sticking out? So we're just trimming those areas that kind of stick out and make it not look so smooth. So see this foot compared to that foot, right? Especially back here, it kind of looks a little thick compared to that one. So that's all we're doing with the feet and the legs. We're not trying to cut a lot off, you know, it's just cutting enough to make it look nice and round rather than a little fuzzy, right? So it's tamed, right? So we're gonna do the other 2 feet the same way. Okay. See, I'm tempted sometimes to just start scissoring these hairs that I see sticking out, but I tell myself, no, follow the process, right? Start from the bottom of the foot, clean that up. Because if I start hacking away here at the tail where I see stuff going on, you know, then it actually takes longer because you're jumping from area to area, and it's better to start at one place, finish it, and keep moving forward or up or whichever way you're going. And that way you're staying consistent, you have a consistent way to do it, and you know you don't have to really go back to that area once you're finished. You just keep moving forward. So I'm going to round this foot here. There we go. So you're not cutting a lot, just the tips and the hairs that stick out. There we go. Okay, now I'm cleaning the inside. Oh, while I'm here, trim up that area that I saw the other leg. I know I said don't jump around, but you know, while I see it here, there we go. And then make this area nice and smooth. Straight up and down the inside of the leg. And then here, I'm gonna make sure I do the same angulation, you know, cut in the same angles as I did on the other side. Okay, I gotta focus, not do this. But I see it, you know, it's bothering me, so. Okay, anyways. So while I'm here, there we go. Smooth out that angle, that rear angulation. Okay. There we go. There we go. We're just highlighting the natural angles of the dog. But by scissoring them in, she's gonna look much more balanced, you know. When they run, they look like they're, they look like they're how they're supposed to look, they look like they're moving properly because the hair is highlighting the natural angles of the dog. So even if they stand still, they look like they're standing more proudly. So the haircut does make a big difference. It's kind of like the clothes we wear, picking out a really nice outfit or an appropriate outfit for whatever the occasion is. But yeah, the haircut is like picking out a nice outfit to wear for the dog for the next 6 weeks. Okay. There we go. There we go. Good girl, Bella. Good girl. Okay. Let's see this sticking out a little bit in the mic. There we go. All right. There we go. And I'm going to soften this up with the thinners so I can just move on. I got to remind myself sometimes, like you can just move on. Don't perfect it yet. I'm going to go through with the thinners and make everything nice and soft and round and smooth. Alrighty. So this side is much easier because I've already done the other side. And so pretty much, just a few hairs here on this side that I have to make sure line up so it's nice and smooth. There we go. And now one last foot and leg do. Okay, I'll work on that later. So down, up, up. There we go. So same thing, start from the bottom, and then we're going to work our way up. Good girl, Bella. Okay. Go. Okay. There we go. So we're scissoring all the hairs so they're even and smooth. There's no hair sticking out, making the leg look uneven. Any chunks or anything sticking out. There we go. And so now, see, as long as you know where to cut and why you're cutting there, it's pretty easy and pretty simple. It goes by pretty quick. So now I'm going to go through with my thinners and let's see. a little bit. There we go. And then I'm just gonna soften everything up. There we go. Soften those feet up. Make sure the hairs that are sticking out are blended in. There we go. All right. There we go. That was that piece of hair that I saw earlier. A little bit too long. All right. And that tail. There we go. All right, now this side. Make sure that tail is nice and blended at the base here. I just trimmed the base. The rest of the tail I like to leave natural and fluffy and long. Okay. Let me go down here. There we go, that long hair. Just blend it all in. So we're shaping it. We're giving a nice soft round shape with these thinners. There we go. And even when we're not taking off much, it's still making a big difference. There we go. There we go. Okay. See, we're not taking off much, just a little bit, right? But that little bit we snipped off makes a huge difference. So let me do a final, I guess, what is that? A final spin, I guess, where I just go around and show you the finished product here. Okay. Let's do one final combing. There we go. Make sure that tail is nice and combed out. Do the final showcase here. So there's her head, right? Beautiful. Those eyelashes, and that big old goofy doodle head. I'm probably gonna have to scissor it a little bit more right there, just to calm that down a little bit, right? There we go. Her ear looks a little bit better. That dent is gone. Her legs, her feet are nice and round. The angles are nice and scissored in and highlighted. See, the front of the leg is smooth. Back of the leg is smooth. The leg is smooth. The tail, the base is blended in. See that? So now we have a beautiful, balanced, well-groomed dog. Right, girl? Oh, let me put up a little bit. There we go. All right, Bella, you're all done. Bella, can you look up here? Bella, Bella, look up here, girl. Ooh, down. What's wrong? Ready to be done? Are you tired? She's probably ready for a nap. I'm just gonna touch up right there and then let her be done. So there we go. So it's nice and smooth. And then touch up here. There we go. There we go. That looks much better. All right, let me get this out of here. So see, now it looks much better. Just touching up right in front of the eyes there. Oh, look at that. It's still a little bit of hair sticking out right there. So I'll touch that up again. See, on the top of her head, looks much better now too. All right. Oh, shoot. So let me go ahead and touch up that top of her head. Not the top of her right here. There we go. There we go. All right, good girl. So we are all done. Oh man. There you go, girl. See, now it's nice and even. All right, and her feet are nice and round. She's looking nice. Good job, Bella. Also, all right, but anyways, thanks everybody for watching. David, oh yeah, David, I realized what channel I'm streaming on. So I was really thinking about it, and I was thinking, because someone asked me, they're like, what makes you happy? Because I've been struggling with depression these days, just to be honest. You know, a lot of people know I stopped streaming on this channel because I'm going through a divorce. Streaming on this channel, but then I started suffering from really serious divorce. I mean, depression, and I fell into a slump. And I actually like what are some things that you could do that actually makes you feel happy? And I really thought about it. I was like, you know, honestly, I don't know, because even when I go on a walk with my dogs, I was like, it reminds me of my kids, and I just kind of wish that my kids were there to enjoy the beautiful, you know, scenery with me. Even when I try to just take in the scenery, I'm just like sad, like, oh, it wouldn't be nice if my daughters were here. And so I couldn't think of anything that really makes me happy these days. And I was like, well, I do like sharing information and making YouTube videos. And the person on the phone was like, well, why don't you do that? I was like, well, because I said I wouldn't. And they're like, people can change their minds, you know? And I was like, that's right. People can change their minds. I guess I can just change my mind. And yeah, so I figured um, I can't stream live on my other channel, my new channel, because I don't have 1,000 subscribers on there yet, which was probably a good thing. So all I was doing was just kind of streaming live on my laptop and not really doing these tutorial videos or actual grooming videos. I was just doing videos like just, you know, my thoughts and, you know, things I'm thinking and going through. And so I think I'm going to rename that channel The Mind of June, The Mind of June, the Groomer, or I don't know, June the Groomer's Talk Show or something like that. Just kind of rename it and just start restreaming on this channel and doing these tutorial videos. Oh, shoot. Hold on, let me. There we go. Still, I'm still trying to get my life together. But anyways, yeah, just do more of these tutorial videos so I can share this helpful information with people, and that really does make me feel happy. And so I'm gonna start doing this again, doing things that kind of make me, oh my goodness. Uh, so it's funny how whenever we take an after picture, oh yeah, nice. Okay. All right, perfect. So thanks, guys. Thank you, David. Thank you, C Pearl. Thank you, Lee. Thanks everybody for watching. Oh, a message from Jesus Christ. Stay fresh, June. Whoa, thank you. Pinkie Pie, thank you. But yeah, wow, message from Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ just told me, stay fresh. Thank you, Jesus. I'll try to stay fresh. Anyways, I'll see you guys. This was fun.